Hi folks, Hugo Rivera here with HugoRivera.net, and today I am covering some topics over here, some bodybuilding and fitness topics based on the questions that I receive. So definitely, as I cover the topics, feel free to go ahead and put some questions below, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and answer them for you. The first question that I have over here that I receive is, what's the difference between metabolic training and lactic acid training? Okay, basically they're actually pretty similar in the sense that metabolic training, what it does is that it takes a whole bunch of compound exercises and it groups them together with little rest in between exercises, okay, in an effort to maximize caloric burning. All right, that's not different than what I like to do with hello Aurelian, bonjour. That's not different at all than what I do with my loading phases, basically the 3 to 4 weeks where I like to pair a whole bunch of exercises together and just move quickly. So in reality, metabolic training is one of the principles that I use quite frequently, as I like to do as much work as possible within the 45-minute limit. Because as you know, if you go past the 45 minutes, then your cortisol levels begin to rise and then testosterone levels begin to go down. Some people can actually train a little bit more than 45 minutes. It really depends on the genetics. But for the most of us, 45 minutes really and truly is kind of like the best time that you want to go ahead and spend in the gym. You don't want to spend much more time than that. Anyways, going back to this metabolic training, what it does is that it groups a whole bunch of exercises together in giant sets in order to maximize your calorie burning during the session. Okay? With that said, lactic acid training, what it does is that it includes repetition ranges above the 20 repetition mark in order to kind of like, increase lactic acid levels, and in that manner your body releases, extra growth hormone and things like that. Again, my periodization of training includes this whole lactic acid training because I like to do sessions where I go 20 to 30 repetitions, and those kind of phases bring a whole bunch of results because, like I've said before, it's a huge myth that in order to gain muscle, you need to stay in the 6 to 8 repetition range. You need to actually vary your repetition ranges and then do 3 to 4 weeks of higher repetition, super fast-paced weight training, and then 3 to 4 weeks of like slower pace training and lower repetition work. Okay. So, anyways, what I like to do is that I like to go ahead and combine all these principles in a periodized manner so that in that manner, the body, it's always trying to get used to the routine. That way, you always keep getting some good results. So what you want to do, like I said, 3 to 4 weeks where you push the accelerator, you put the body to the limit by doing higher repetitions, by doing a whole bunch of giant sets and very short rest in between sets. And then you want to go ahead and do, 3 to 4 weeks where you do heavier weight, lower pace training, and in that manner that allows the body to catch up and super compensate. Hey, what's up, Martin from Ireland? How you doing? Hey, Edgar, how are you, man? At any rate, what I was saying is that by periodizing your training in this manner, you will be able to continuously be making muscle mass gains, continuously making strength gains. But the ticket is that you gotta follow the diet too. I mean, if you're following the perfect training but you're not dieting, then you're shortchanging yourself, because again, training and nutrition are like the wheels of a bicycle. Okay, I see the nutrition as like the front wheel of the bike. Okay, actually I take that back. I see it as the back wheel. Sorry for that. I see it as the back wheel of the bike. So if you take that wheel out, good luck. Good luck at trying to get to point B, because it's going to be really, really hard to accomplish that. Nutrition is what gives you the raw materials that you need in order to grow the muscle, in order to fuel you for your workouts. And if you're not giving yourself that, you're going to run into problems. So again, like I've said in many of the lives before, you need to start with a baseline plan where you're taking, 40% of your total calories from carbs, 40% of your total calories from proteins, and 20% from fats. A really easy method to figure out your macros is to just go ahead and take your body weight times 1 equals amount of carbs that you need in grams per day. Body weight times 1 equals amount of grams of protein you need per day, and then body weight times 0.3 will roughly give you amounts of fats in grams that you need every single day. Take all those amounts, split them up in like 5 meals, and you're good to go. Remember to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I always recommend that those meals be real meals. And then in between, you can have protein shakes, meal replacement powders that make it easy for you to get your nutrition. So at the end of the day, for example, you should be able to go ahead and get all your meals in. So for example, say somebody is 200 pounds, okay, they should be taking 200 grams of carbs per day, 200 grams of protein per day, and then, 200 times 0.3, I think that's, 60 grams, I believe. Let's see. Times 0.3 should be 60. Yeah, 60 grams. There you go. So anyways, that's the ticket right there. Again, that's the baseline diet. You want to go ahead and try that out, and what you want to do then is that after a couple of weeks, you want to weigh yourself again. You want to take some pictures. You want to go ahead and take some measurements. If you see that your measurements in the waistline are staying the same or going down, that's a great thing. And if everything else is going up, that just tells you you're gaining some muscle right there. Furthermore, your pictures will go ahead and tell you a whole story. I mean, if you see the fact that, you have more lines, you have more muscle definition, and your weight, let's say, stayed the same, you gain muscle and you lost fat, okay? So it's really important that every couple of weeks, you go ahead and take some pictures, take your measurements, the circumference of everything, and you see how you're progressing, and of course, you're going to collect your weight. A lot of people just collect the weight and they get themselves into trouble because if the scale is not going down, they think that they're not progressing, but that could be totally off. You could be gaining some serious muscle and not know about it because you're not taking the pictures, you're not taking the measurements, so therefore you don't know where your body's heading. Okay, Steven, how are you, man? Do you get started at the gym? Let me know. Everything is going good, man. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. So anyways, like I was saying, that's the whole ticket right there for some major gains. So I hope that answered the whole thing about the metabolic training and the lactic acid training. The big thing to remember here is that you got to periodize the training. If you do one training style all the time, your body's going to go ahead and get used to it, and you're not going to be able to make any kind of gains. Huge congratulations to Steven, who is back on track with things, and he's just really going to start killing it at the gym. We had a great workout actually the last week, and we did some chest and back, and we killed it. So that was really, really good. Hello, Ramez. Nice to meet you, man. From Pakistan. Who else we have here? Let me see. Let's see. Min says, love your muscle, especially that t-shirt. Thank you. Yeah, I saw this one. I'm a huge Superman fan, so I had to buy it, of course. Steven says, going later tonight, and Rian may actually go with me. Awesome. I hope you guys have a wonderful workout then. Good stuff. Just keep it short, Steven. Just remember, no need to go ahead and kill yourself. You're starting back again, so just doing something along the lines of what we did last Saturday is going to go ahead and do it for you. And if you need more workouts, let me know. But I think I sent you some workouts a while back. But if you need me to resend them, just let me know and I'll be happy to. Okay? Anyways, keep up the good work, buddy. You're gonna completely surpass your previous best. Because I mean, you didn't lose any gains really when you stopped the training for a little bit. So that's really good, and your muscle control is right on point. So man, looking forward to you getting started over here permanently this time. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Change your workout routines, okay? That's the ticket, but they have to be changed in an orderly manner. And if you're confused about periodization, there's a couple of things you can do. I'm going to be posting my 21-day workout link below over here once I'm done with the live, so check that out. You can also check out my books, Body Sculpting Bible for Men, Body Sculpting Bible for Women, okay? And these books over here are great. They have all sorts of routines. They go ahead and cover the whole periodization of training. They go ahead and cover nutrition, supplementation, rest and recovery, goal setting, you name it. It's all there. In fact, as far as like the 21-day program here, let me see if I can go ahead and find the link. And if I find the link, I'll go ahead and post it, and then I'll post it a little bit later again. Give me just one sec. Let's see. Oops. Let's see what we got. Bear with me for a second. I'll go ahead and find this for you. 21-day link should be where? Let's see. I found it over here, so let me go ahead and post it. Oops. It's not letting me. God, I love it. One sec. Bear with me. So anyways, if any of you have any questions, just go ahead and post them below. And I'll go ahead and be answering the questions over here as soon as I go ahead and post this link that I'm looking for. So don't be shy. Any question is a good question. I also was brand new at this one time, so I mean, I know how it is. Just don't think that you may have a dumb question, because there's no such thing. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm posting the link for the free 21-day program, and I'm also posting the link for the books so that you can have them. Here we go. There we go. And oopsie. Gina, un abrazo, ¿cómo estás? Good to see you. Ramiz, the book, I just posted the link, buddy. I just posted the link below in the comments, so you should be able to go ahead and check it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. What else we have here? All right. So I have some other questions over here that I'm going to go ahead and cover for you all. Okay. People are asking that, work gets in the way of their diet, and then basically, what happens is that they're stuck at work and they don't know what to eat, and then they get tempted at lunchtime and they blow their diet. Okay, we all work, including me, even though I do it from home. Work is work, and many times I have days where literally I have clients back to back, and I'm, it's challenging. So the key thing, the big ticket for compliance of the nutrition program is preparation. If you prepare your meals the night before and you put everything in a Tupperware all nicely done, guess what? The next day, if you have to work outside like most people do, just go ahead and carry your cooler, have everything over there, and then basically what you're gonna do is that you will have your, you have your breakfast at home. You have your coffee break, first coffee break, you're gonna go ahead and have your protein shake. Then at lunchtime you will have your lunch. Then later on in the mid-afternoon break you'll have another shake. And then when you get home, you can go ahead and have your dinner. And for those of you that, like myself, eat 6 times a day, later on after your dinner you can have another real meal as well. I like to have 4 real meals myself. You could do 3 shakes and 3 real meals, that's fine. But I like to emphasize real food, because real food really gives you better gains. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, up to me, if I could, I would be eating 6 real meals a day, but honestly, it's hard because I'm really busy, and it's really convenient for me to be able to down 2 shakes a day. So, but remember, a lot of people out there, they make the mistake of thinking that protein shakes are better than food, and then all their meals are kind of like protein shakes. You don't get the same results. I think there are micronutrients in food that we don't know about, that obviously are not present in the protein shakes, and these nutrients are much needed. You definitely get way better results in terms of energy, muscle production, fat loss when you're eating real meals. Okay, so don't listen to those people and say, oh, liquid diets and this and that. It's all BS, to be quite honest with you. It's all BS. Anybody that knows anything will tell you that real food is the key for gaining muscle and losing body fat. The protein shakes, they're supplements, supplements to an already good nutrition plan. They're not substitutes, okay? So anyways, I hope that covers that. But the key thing here is, for diet compliance, be prepared. Definitely make the time the night before to go ahead and sort out your meals. I know that some of my clients, basically, they'll go ahead and they'll make a whole week worth of meals. So that's really cool, Other clients that can afford it, they go ahead and get services where basically they get shipped out the food ready to go, which is really cool if you can afford that kind of stuff. That's really nice. But, for the majority of people, I think the key ticket is some preparation. You'll have to have the discipline to put this stuff together the night before, so that the next day you're ready to go, okay? Because I kid you not, 9 times out of 10, if you don't do this, you will fail. It's just the way it is, because especially when you're getting started and temptation is a problem, that's that's an issue right there. Trust me. I mean, I've been there, done that. I mean, I used to be obese, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to temptation and all that stuff. So yeah, be prepared. And if you're prepared, I promise you that you will be able to make the gains that you're looking for, okay? Over here, I have another question. Basically, you know, does fat make you fat? Well, it's like anything, right? The abuse of the wrong sorts of foods will make you fat, right? Fat is necessary. If you don't take in the essential fats, you will not be able to create the hormones that you need in order to manufacture energy, in order to produce muscle, in order to lose fat, okay? Your brain needs fats in order to function, so you cannot eliminate fats. I mean, if you eliminate fats from your diet, you will have a lot of issues. You know, you will have muscle issues, you will have, you know, joint issues, your skin is going to get really, really dry, you're going to get issues with your hair. It's incredible. You will have issues losing body fat, that's for sure. You need fats. Like I said, 20% of your calories should come from good fats like fish oils, extra virgin olive oil, some healthy nuts. You have extra virgin coconut oil as well. These are all good fats. The fats from whole eggs, really good too. Believe it or not, your body needs an amount of natural saturated fats in order to produce testosterone, for example. So yeah, this is super duper important. So do not eliminate your fats from the diet, okay? And the other thing that I want to go ahead and remind you is to make sure that you drink your water. The body is mostly made out of water, so if you're not taking in at least, you know, your body weight times 0.66 in ounces of water per day, you're going to be running on a dehydrated state, and when that happens, your body doesn't operate optimally. So again, you will have issues with energy production, with fat loss, with muscle gaining, etc., etc. So be sure to hydrate yourself, because a lot of people, you know, they do everything right with the diet, but then they're not getting that water in. You got to get the water in. Make sure that, you know, if you need to carry a gallon of water with you, as I do, go ahead and do it. And like right now, I'm carrying my water over here, because I figured, you know, I'll go ahead and get kind of like thirsty during the middle of the live, and then, you know, you gotta get a sip of water. So I'm drinking water throughout the day. It's great for you. Like I said, most of your body's made out of water, so be sure to go ahead and drink it up, you know. Plus all the toxins and things like that, you know, the water gets rid of them. Super duper important. Otherwise, you're gonna be short-circuiting, again, your fitness goals. You're gonna be short-circuiting your bodybuilding goals. And I mean, if you make the time and the effort to go to the gym and really pound it hard over there and give it your all for, you know, 30 to 45 minutes every single day, I think you owe it to yourself to do everything else right, you know, to get your diet straight, to, you know, eliminate alcohol from your diet, to get your rest. That way, you will get the fastest gains possible, okay? And again, remember, periodize your workouts. Periodize, because I keep getting emails from people telling me, I'm not making gains. I ask them what workout they're following. They're following the same workout they've been following for the last 2 years. So, of course, you're not going to be making gains. Your body got used to that stuff. Your body is an incredibly adaptive machine. If you do exactly the same thing over and over again, your body will not move. I promise you this. It will not move. And I've made those mistakes. So if you're in that boat, don't feel bad. I've been there, done that. I know how it feels, all right? Been there, done that. I mean, any mistake any of you is making right now, I've made it already in the past. So don't feel bad, okay? It's just comes with the process of learning. This is why, you know, this is why I decided to become a coach. I mean, I left a really nice, lucrative engineering career, and I followed my passion. I, you know, became a best-selling fitness author, and now I coach people as well. Just because it's something that I love to do. I just love to go ahead and share with others how to not make the same mistakes that I made. I want to go ahead and shortcut that whole thing, because I mean, it took me years to get to the point that I am right now, but I can honestly tell you that all the clients that I have, they're making, I mean, in 1 year, they're making gains that took me like 3 or 4 years just because I was not educated at the beginning, right? So it's all about knowing how to do things, and when you know how to do things, you can really and truly shorten the amount of time that it's going to take you to get there. It's no different. Imagine if you want to go ahead and go from like one town to the other, but you don't have a GPS and you don't have a map, okay? Well, eventually you'll get to the other side, because if you stop enough gas stations, you go ahead and get some directions. But, you know, it's an inefficient way of doing things. If you have a GPS that tells you go here, go there, go the other way, and the GPS already calculates for you the shortest distance, well, that's super efficient. This is the deal over here. This is what I'm trying to do when I go ahead and coach people. You know, I want to go ahead and make sure that they get to point B in the shortest amount of time possible. So that's the deal right there, okay? Let me see. Let me go ahead and cover another question. And if, like I said, if any of you have any questions, just let me know. Oh, you see, I see a whole bunch of stuff over here. My apologies to everybody. I see a whole bunch of comments that were not popping up because my stupid thing is not really updating. So let me see. I'm just going to go through every single one of them. Gina says, super bien, cariño. Siempre pendiente de ti. Gracias. Igual, espero que todo esté bien por tu lado. Espero que tu familia se encuentre súper bien. Le manda saludos a todos. Y un abrazo a todos, ¿ok? Gracias. Tim says, Coach. Tim, my man from Japan. Tim is a rock star, by the way. All of you. And I mean it. Like, he's really a legit rock star. Lives in Japan, out of Cali. Awesome guy. Really killing it. Major gains that he's made over the past few years. Like, unbelievable. We're in year 2, him and I, working together. And this guy, he just puts his all... made some major gains in terms of muscle and fat loss and strength. It's just incredible what can be achieved if you have like the determination. Ramis says, oops, what happened here? Let's see. Ramis says, how much time for workout is maximum for the body? 45 minutes, buddy. Try to go ahead and finish it within 45 minutes, okay? That's the ticket. More than 45 minutes, your cortisol levels begin to go up, and testosterone levels begin to go down. This is not what you want. So you want to go ahead and get in, get out. Don't stay in the gym for hours. I did it. It doesn't work, man. It's like, it doesn't work. It may work for like the first couple of weeks or something, but then after that, the body starts getting beat down. And you don't want that, man. You want to get in and out. And if your workouts are performed correctly, and again, I give good sample workouts in this 21-day program that I just posted, you'll see a difference, major gains. Steven says, think of protein and other shakes as enhancements to an already good meal plan. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better, Steven. That's the ticket. Anoop says, hi, I'm Indian, bro. Gaining formula is what I think you want to say, buddy. And diet supplement. Oh, okay. And Kendra says, hi, Hugo. Hi, Kendra. Good to see you. How's your training going? Let me know. Post over there. Let me know how your training is going. And let's see. Anoop says, diet supplement. Okay, Anoop, let's get something straight, okay? Training and diet, those are the keys, all right? So if you're following the right training with the right diet, that's going to go ahead and get you going. And then in terms of supplements, you know, if you have a super high metabolism, you can add a weight-gaining supplement to your program only if you have a super high metabolism. If you do not, the best thing you can add is just a straight protein powder, you know, in between meals, because otherwise you're going to have way too many sugars from the weight gainer, and that's not good. So, I mean, but the ticket is the right training and the diet. That's the formula for gains, Anoop. Otherwise, it's just not good, buddy. Just not good at all. You're not going to be able to get any gains just from taking a supplement or a pill. Even though some marketers will tell you that's the case, I'm here to tell you that's not. So, so definitely, the first thing I will do, Anoop, is that I will download my 21-day program below. And after you download that, you know, if you need more help and stuff, you can go ahead and take a look at the books here, Body Sculpting Bible for Men in your case, that go ahead and get you started on the right path, okay? Kendra, waiting to see how you're doing. Let me see, what else? All right, cool. Let's see if I have any other questions over here. Kendra says, been off a little, but I'm a fighter. Focusing on the last 3 weeks before retirement has... I love it when Facebook just goes ahead and cuts. Let me see if I can go ahead and see your rest of the comment using my computer. Sometimes that works. I don't know why live just goes ahead and kills things. Anoop, do you have a high metabolism or do you have a slow metabolism? Then I'll tell you. I'll tell you which one is the best protein for you, depending on what you tell me. Kendra, for some reason I cannot see the rest of your post. I'm so sorry. It doesn't show up on the it doesn't show up on my computer, and then on my iPad it just shows it's truncated. Basically, I just see focusing on the last 3 weeks before retirement has ... and then I don't see anything else. Technology. Jeez. Let's see what else we have here. Let me see if I can go ahead and get it. Hopefully I can go ahead and get the rest of that comment. But my computer seems to be delayed in terms of this stuff. But anyways, Kendra, if you want to just either kind of like copy paste the rest of the comment, or we can go ahead and touch bases offline over here. Oh, I see your comment now. Hold on, it showed up. So Kendra says, focusing on the last 3 weeks before retirement has been challenging. Being out of my element only works for a little bit, so I am still working out with adjusting around circumstances. Okay. Well, the good news, Kendra, is that if you keep this, if you stay afloat for the next 3 weeks, then we can go ahead and get, going really hardcore once you're done. Okay, because 3 weeks is just around the corner, so just try to keep that diet as good as possible. Don't go out from it too much. Okay, and when it comes to the training, you already know. I sent you the routines. When it comes to the training, the key thing is for you to keep doing that time under tension, because you're super strong, so you can wreck your joints with the kind of strength that you have, as you know. So, try to train at least, 3 days a week. If you train 3 days a week, you should be fine. And then when it comes to the diet, just keep that diet tight. Just keep it good. Don't starve yourself, as you know. You know how much you need by now of the food. And if you need help, just get with me immediately, and I'll set you straight when it comes to that. But, I think it's just a matter of staying afloat for this next 3 weeks. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Do the best thing that you can. I know you don't give up, so that's the ticket right there. And remember, this is a day-by-day thing. Just take every single day as a new day that you're fighting this. Okay, remember that conversation that we had where we had that breakthrough. Okay. Robert says, what do you suggest for diet choices for vegetarians who don't want to kill animals? And with Robert, I also get the truncated comment. Robert, let me wait till your comment shows up in my computer, because for whatever reason the iPad truncates longer comments, and I'll go ahead and I'll answer that for you. Okay, but when it comes to, I can start answering a little bit based on what you just tell me here. What I recommend for vegetarians is that if they're ovo-lacto vegetarians, then certainly use the milk proteins to be able to make up for the proteins, and definitely also take a branched-chain amino acid supplement, because in that manner, any incomplete proteins from plants, then you can go ahead and make up for the missing amino acids by taking the branched-chain amino acid supplement. And what I would recommend for vegetarians is that they take this BCAA supplement like 3 times a day, okay? Like 5 grams each time. In that manner, it should be completing any kind of aminos that they're missing, okay? Obviously, if they're ovo-lacto vegetarians, obviously you can also get your protein from egg whites and things like that. But if they're not ovo-lacto vegetarians, like if they don't do eggs and stuff like that, then definitely focus on dairy products, okay? Like Greek yogurt, okay? Like cottage cheese, right? Like, what's the other one? Low carbs today, man. Hard to think. Let me see. Hold on. Obviously, milk. And if somebody is lactose intolerant, be sure to go ahead and get milk that has been, treated for like having like low lactose and stuff like that. What they actually do is that it's kind of weird how they do it. Some of this milk, they market it as like, lactose free, but it's not really lactose free. What they do is that they go ahead and put an enzyme for your body to be able to deal with the lactose. So that works for some people, it doesn't work for others. So it's one of those things that needs to be tested by the person, okay? But those are my recommendations right there for the vegetarians, okay? Let me see what else I have here. Let's see, somebody, I cannot read your name because it's in Arabic, but you do say, hello my brother, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. Training hard, being busy over here with all my clients, but loving life, so I cannot complain. Thank you for asking, buddy. Daniel says, hi Hugo, if you take a pre-workout pill, do you still do 45 minutes per workout? Yeah, that doesn't change, buddy. Daniel, that doesn't change at all, because your pre-workout supplement is just going to help you to focus, and it's going to give you drive. What I would do is that I would really kill it during those 45 minutes, man. I mean, if you look at my workouts and you download my 21-day program down here that I put the link for, and I'll go ahead and put the link a little bit later again. In fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and post it right now. Here's the link. Pow. That's a 21-day program. I would just go ahead and really focus during those 45 minutes and get it done. I mean, more time in the gym is not going to work, because what happens is that cortisol levels rise, testosterone levels go down, so hormonally speaking, you really cannot support it, okay? So workouts stay at 45 minutes no matter what, okay? Let's see what else we have. Okay, it looks like I've covered everything for the time being. Let me see if I get the whole comment here from Mr. Robert. And I apologize for all these glitches. I don't know why Facebook has been glitchy like this. It's not the only glitch I found. Like, I've been answering like some of my my client emails and stuff via the Facebook inbox, and the thing is that when I answer, the picture that shows up is the picture of the person that I'm answering, so it looks like they're talking to themselves. That's an interesting bug. Okay, here we go. Robert says, dairy and eggs are acceptable. Yes, dairy and eggs are acceptable. Okay. I also meet my macros. Good, Robert. Awesome. Well, in your case, buddy, you're all set, Robert, because, if you're taking in dairy and eggs, then you're good to go, because like I said, with the dairy, you can have, you can have the milk, you can have the cottage cheese, you can have the Greek yogurt, all great sources of protein, okay? And I don't know if you want to go ahead and supplement that with perhaps either more casein protein, which is fine, or some whey protein as well. You can go ahead and supplement your diet with. That's all fine and well. But you're all good to go. In fact, in your case, you don't even need the BCAAs, like I said before, because the BCAAs is really something I recommend, like extra BCAAs like that. It's something that I really recommend for people that are completely vegan, basically that they don't have any eggs and they don't have any milk, because, like I said, plant proteins are not entirely complete, so that's why, okay? So anyways, I hope that answers your question, but it looks to me like you're on the right track, Robert, so keep up the good work, okay? Keep up the good work. Kendra says, give me a sec. I keep freezing, so I haven't heard anything. My apologies. I will listen to it later. Kendra, sorry for that. You see, sometimes Facebook, it just has issues. Not a problem. I answered your question, so everything is there, okay? And any other kind of issues, just contact me directly, and I'll help you through this, okay? But you will be fine. I mean, I know you're freezing and stuff, but like I said before, just stay afloat for this next 3 weeks. Train 3 days a week. Keep that diet as tight as possible, and then after that we can go ahead and see where you're at, and then we can modify your training and your diet from there, okay? Daniel. Hey Daniel, what's up, man? Can you explain mini bulking and cutting versus long-term bulking? Absolutely, Daniel. That's easy. Long-term bulking, what happens is that once you go past 10% body fat, if for us guys, and then for the ladies, if they go past 14, you start storing too much body fat, and then your body goes up in estrogen levels. So what happens when you continue to eat a bulking diet? all those calories are going to be deposited mostly as body fat as opposed to muscle tissue. So that's why I found that periodization of nutrition is the way to go, meaning that you're going to go ahead and have periods where you're having, lower caloric intake, okay, to go ahead and make sure that you're gaining muscle as you're losing body fat. So say you bring your body fat down to 7% and then you just want to go ahead and exclusively gain muscle. Well, you reverse diet, meaning that you up the calories slowly, you up the carbs, you up the proteins if you need to up them, you up the fats if need be, and then that way, you start gaining muscle exclusively, and that way you go up until you go ahead and hit a plateau, and then you go back down in calories. So I may do in my case, I may do 3 to 4 weeks. I may do, actually, it depends. I may do 2 to 4 weeks of higher calories and then 2 to 4 weeks of lower calories. And all the time I also introduce carb cycling. All the time I'm doing carb cycling. It's just that in my bulking periods I'll do more higher carb days, and in my mini fat loss periods I'll do, less higher carb days. So that's how I go ahead and play around with it. But in this manner, your body doesn't get used to it, and furthermore, you don't run into this whole situation of, you're getting fat as you're gaining muscle, which I think, I don't like that. I mean, I did that back in the day when I was a teenager, and, you end up fat. I'm sorry. It's like, you gain muscle, but then you look puffy, and then, you don't look good. You don't look the way that you want to look. And furthermore, you get better gains if you're staying lean, okay? So for guys, the most you want to be in terms of body fat is 10%, okay? I know guys that like to stay at 10% during the whole bulking period and stuff like that because they feel they have more energy and stuff. And I would agree with that. But in my case, I just love to be around 7.5 tops. So I mean, maybe I don't have the energy I would have if I would be like 10% body fat, but I don't care. It's like I just like to be in a certain level of leanness all the time. So yeah, that's the deal with the mini bulking and mini cutting. Okay, it's way better to do this and to do a long-term bulking, because at the end of the day, like I said, once you go past 10% body fat for guys and 14 for women, most of those calories are going to be stored as body fat. Okay, then your insulin sensitivity goes down, which means that your body has issues actually using your carbohydrates properly, and it's just the whole process just becomes inefficient, and furthermore, you don't even look the way that you should be looking. Okay, so that's my recommendation to you, buddy. That's the way to do it. The only time that I just do like a long bulking kind of phase for somebody is if I'm working with like a naturally skinny person that just doesn't gain body fat no matter what. Then in that case, I just go ahead and set up a diet that is kind of like high calories all the time, except for like a couple of days. I still do a couple of days of lower calories for the person so that the body can, take a little bit of a break from the high caloric intake. Okay, that's important to do. So I'm constantly moving things up and down, That's why I say, you first set up your baseline diet, using the formulas that I gave at the beginning of the live over here. But then after that, as you're progressing, you can go ahead and start changing things around, and then you can start implementing, some carbohydrate cycling and things like that. And then, lower calorie days, higher calorie days, and all that jazz. So, it sounds more complicated than what it is. It's really simple, actually, to implement all these things. But yeah, like anything, if you diet the body the same way all the time, the body will get used to it. And guess what? Then you're going to stop making gains. You're going to keep throwing the curveballs out there, in a logical manner. You don't want to do just haphazard stuff. You want to do things that, that make sense and that the body will like. Okay, so for example, with the training, you push, and then you back off. That way you allow the body to go ahead and recover and grow. With the dieting, you may want to go ahead and do, if you're looking to lose fat and gain muscle, with the fat loss as the emphasis, what you want to go ahead and do is that you want to go ahead and do like 2 to 4 weeks of pressing hard, and then maybe like you back off for a couple of weeks, and then you press hard again for 2 to 4 weeks, and then you back off again. The same thing, same principle, right? And if you want to go ahead and bulk up, right, you just kind of like switch that around. So you do a few weeks of higher calories and then a few weeks of lower calories and things like that. And again, I cover these things here on both of the books, the Body Sculpting Bible for Men and the one for women. So, and these principles work, and you will be in the best shape of your life without crippling your metabolism. That's the ticket. I mean, this is why you have so many diets out there that don't work, because it's like people try them out, but then the diets are not well designed, okay? Because they're not designed for you to gain muscle. So as you gain muscle, you increase your metabolic rate. So therefore, you have to adjust the diet and go up in caloric intake. All right? So what happens with all these diets is that they're constantly cutting calories, so they cripple your metabolism. And if you blow the diet, guess what? You're going to go ahead and go up in weight. And even if you don't blow the diet, even if you follow the diet perfectly, after a period of time, you're going to stop losing weight, and you're going to start gaining fat again, because your metabolism just went down. So if you do things properly, you should be able to eat way more once you achieve the physique that you're looking for than at the beginning. So for example, I have many clients, both men and women, like a lot of men that come to me obese. I may start them on a plan of 2,500 calories, maybe 28, it depends on the person, right? And then at the end of the day, once they're in perfect shape, they may be eating well over 3,000 calories. And with women, the same thing. I may start them at 15 to 1,200 calories, depending on their size. And then at the end, they may be eating 2,000 calories, way lean, super lean, all right? So that's the ticket right there. The key thing is that you want to train your metabolism to be high all the time. That's the ticket, okay? You want to make your body into a muscle-building, fat-burning machine, all right? And when I say muscle-building, some women get a little bit scared, but, I'm not talking about them turning into the Incredible Hulk. It's not going to happen by accident. So, no, I mean, women get really nice and shapely and everything else, okay? And then guys, we have a lot of testosterone, so, I mean, we can gain as much muscle as we want, basically. But with women, it's just not gonna, they're not gonna add muscle like that by accident. Like a woman is not gonna end up looking like Arnold, for example, Arnold Schwarzenegger, just by mere accident. It just doesn't work that way, okay? But anyways, let me see if I missed any comments. Of course I'm missing comments. I have this gentleman that says, I am Mohsen from Morocco. I love bodybuilding so much. I wish you success in your... Hated that this stuff doesn't tell me the whole thing. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Mawson. I really appreciate that, buddy, and I wish you tons of success as well, okay? Let me see if I can see your full comment. I just don't like it when this thing truncates the comment. It's not showing up in my computer because my computer is delayed. So anyways, let me go ahead and continue here. Daniel says, right on, thank you. You're welcome, man. Rada says, how are you, handsome? I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks so much. All right, so I think that's it for today. If there are no other questions, okay. Thank you so much for everybody that attended over here. I really appreciate all the support. I really appreciate all of you. Just keep on the wonderful work out there. Remember, you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I used to be obese, all right? And now I'm in the shape that I always wanted to be. And I continue to strive for more, my thing, how do I stay motivated? Well, basically every single year, I put myself a deadline that for my birthday, I want to look better than I did the year before. So I split up my whole year in 4 equal parts, okay? So kind of like the quarters of the business, well, I have my own 4 quarters too. So then basically what I like to do is that I like to go ahead and just make 12-week goals. And then I'm always striving for, more muscle and less body fat, okay? So the deal is with me that, like, for example, today I weighed myself and I took some measurements, and lo and behold, guess what? It's like I'm 192, okay? At like 7.5% body fat, which is like the best I've ever been in. I've ever been at that weight. I mean, 192, 7.5%. That's I was shocked. I looked at the weights and I took my measurements, and the measurements are like better than ever. So I just keep striving, for more, okay? Without being obsessive compulsive about it. You know what I mean? I don't stress about this stuff. I just go ahead and put my best foot forward. I do the best I can with the training, the best I can with the diet. And you will move forward every single year, and the years will pass by, and instead of getting worse, like some people, unfortunately, because they don't take care of themselves, you get better and better, you know. And again, like I said, don't listen to the negativity. Just put the blinders on. Just do your own thing, you know. All of you are capable of achieving greatness, okay? That's something that I can honestly tell you. I train a ton of people in my lifetime, and I'm honestly can tell you that all of you have it inside of you. So whatever your goals are, don't let people tell you that you cannot accomplish them. You can. I promise you this. You totally can. You have an incredible power within you. Okay? So anyways, with that said, I'll go ahead and finish my live. Oh, Kendra, I see that you're back. Well, I answered your question. And like I said, if you have any other questions, just go ahead and PM me. And I'll be happy to go ahead and help you. But just stay afloat, Kendra. I know you can do this, okay? Just 3 weeks, you know. Just put 3 sessions per week of training, and then do a little bit of, you know, follow your diet, right, as best as you can, okay? Drink up that water, and that's it. Anyways, so with that said, you know, thank you so much for stopping by and joining my live, and until next time, take care and train hard.